Hey, what's up guys? I just wanted to do a quick run through of my bikepacking gear kit that I'm currently using. Fairly new to bikepacking myself, but getting my kit dialed in, and I've had a few people ask in videos about the gear that I use. So I'm just gonna do a quick overview of the setup that I have right now. And as always, I'll try to link everything down below. So if you are curious to check things out, you can go down into the description and you'll find a full list of all the stuff. Man, there are a lot of mosquitoes here right now. Over in Washington, I just finished just a one-nighter trip. Wasn't super intense, but a lot of brush and things like that. So I guess I'll just start with this. So this is a Black Diamond Distance 15 backpack. It's kind of like a mix between a backpack and a running vest. Really nice. It's got like pockets on the front, and so I can keep my sat phone and some snacks, and I also usually will keep yeah, just my keys and things like that here in the zipper pocket. So this is pretty nice. And then for the most part, I just keep camera gear and a jacket in this backpack. As far as the bike kit goes, I just got this bike this year. It's a Santa Cruz Blur. It's a cross-country bike. It's a carbon fiber frame, full suspension bike, and I absolutely love it so far. It's ridiculously light. It has a lot of things that I've never had before in a bike, and so I'm excited. I've been kind of gearing up for a couple of races this summer, so that's why I have this bike. Then the bike packing is just, what I'm kind of doing on the side. If I was just doing bike packing, I don't know, maybe I would go with something a little bit I don't know, maybe just a hardtail or no suspension at all. But now I'll go from front to back as on the bike packing gear. So up front, so all of these bags, the attachments on the bike are from Revelate Designs. They're based out of Alaska, and I bought this bag right here a few years ago and had been using it as kind of like a little garage, so for a spare tube and a pump and some spare parts in here, and I loved it. And so that's why when I started looking for the rest of my kit, I just decided to go with their equipment, and it's cool that they're a Alaska-based company. So up front, I've got I think it's some sort of harness. It's basically just a 3-strap harness strapped onto the handlebars and then down to the fork. And inside of it, I've got a dry bag. It's pretty empty right now, but this is where I keep like all of my food, and I try to keep, food and then any bulky items that I need extra space for. So because I ate all my food, it's pretty empty right now. So you can put any dry bag in here, and they sell other ones that are more like long and I guess skinny that go across and just harnesses in nicely. Up on top, I've got my phone. I have on a quad lock mount, so it's a case that has a little mount thing on the back, and it just comes right on here. It's a press down quarter turn that locks in on a little arm that's attached to the handlebar, and that's been awesome. I've put a few hundred miles at least with this since I got it like a month or two ago, and it's been bomber. I've been surprised. I've been a little bit worried that it was going to blow off when I was cruising, but it hasn't. So there's that. And then I got my GoPro on a little flexible arm, and I just clamped that right on my handlebar and then rest it on the bag so it's not flopping around. And then I've got 2 handlebar like cup holder deals, and they're both on pull string cinches on the top. They're padded bags. On this side, I have a little camera on a tripod and then some snacks. And then on the other side, it's the same type of bag, and I've just got like gloves. I'll put my sunglasses in there, sunscreen. It's just kind of a catch-all for snacks or things that you want easy access to. Then like I mentioned already, this bag right here is my little garage, I guess. I've got spare tube, patch kit, pump, a bunch of zip ties, some tape, master link, different things like that. Then down here, it's another little garage pouch, right? I have a multi-tool little Leatherman in here. I have a battery to charge my phone, and then I've got a few Valet straps, just kind of like the ski Valet straps, just in case something breaks, I need to strap things on. And then I've got 2 side mount cup holders down here on the bike, which I had never used them before I got them on this bike, but instead of coming out like the top like normally, they kind of come out the side. And that is incredibly nice. I wouldn't have thought it would make that big of a deal, but when you're riding, to be able to reach down and just pull it out like that, it's so much easier. So big fan of those. As far as pedals go, these are Crankbros. I don't know what the model is. I'll link those up. And then the shoes, I don't even know. They're Pearl Izumi something. So these are clipless pedals. If you are new to this, like I kind of am, this is my first time having clipless pedals. This is on this bike for the last couple months, and it's been a learning curve for sure, and bike packing is a little bit hard because when you get to slow sections or technical sections, it can be challenging to release. And so I've fallen a few times, and I'm starting to think I might prefer just running normal flats when I am bike packing, because yeah, just easier to get off and on, especially when I'm filming. Then back here, I've got my dropper post. So the seat goes up and down for, yeah, going up and downhill. When you're going down, it's nice to have your seat down so you don't get bucked. Then on the back, I got my Crocs. If you watched my Oregon video, you know I lost one of these. Luckily somebody found it, returned it to me, but it's just kind of on a bungee back here. And then, like somebody suggested, I got a little carabiner now, so I kind of hooked those through the Crocs. Then this here is a harness. It wraps around the seat post and then has 2 hooks that go up under the seat. And then the straps on the side kind of cinch down on the bag. And so if I release these straps, kind of loosens the harness, and then there's 2 buckles on top. Undo those straps, and then it's just a dry bag that you take out. So now this harness is sitting in there. And in this dry bag, I have my camp system. So I've got my sleeping bag and my stove. Got my Jetboil stash, love that thing. I've got my sleeping bag, which this is a little bit overkill for right now. It's a 15-degree Nemo Riff, I think it is, a down bag. Super nice bag, I love it for year round, but I might get something a little bit lighter for summer trips like this when I really just don't need that much insulation. And then I've got a Nemo tensor pad. This thing is legit, this thing's awesome. Insulated but still super small, very comparable to a lot of the uninsulated pads, and yeah, really comfortable. This is the only one I use pretty much year round now. And it has one of those little inflator bags that you connect up to it, you kind of like blow into it, and then you roll the bag and it puts a bunch of air in so you don't have to hyperventilate trying to inflate the thing. And then I've got my bivy. So this is a Outdoor Research helium bivy. Yeah, it's just a bivy, pretty much a little waterproof shell to go inside. It has a bug net that goes over your face. It's kind of an interesting thing. If you haven't slept in a bivy before, it's kind of a weird feeling because you're a little bit encapsulated, but it's nice because it's really small, compact. I mean, yeah, just tiny. It's like the size of smaller than an Nalgene for sure, and quite a bit lighter than a tent. I will take a tent. If I'm going with 2 people or it's gonna rain or something, I will definitely take a tent with me, but this trip I knew I wouldn't be dealing with rain, so I just took this. So that's my bike packing kit that I've been using now for a little bit, and I love it. It's great. If you guys have any recommendations, I am all ears, because I'm fairly new to this. I've only put not even 100 miles with this kit on, so still learning, but so far it's working great. So check out this video over here if you want to see one of the trips with this thing.